In a stunning announcement that has shocked Western governments and military experts, Russian President Vladimir Putin on state television announced the withdrawal of its troops from Syria. This is a huge geopolitical decision with major ramifications that we will get into in full detail of this video, as well as the real reason why this is happening right now. Now, Obama's main talking point against Russia was that if Putin did not follow his lead inside of Syria, that Putin would be overextended, his troops would be bleeding, he would be stuck in a quagmire like Russia was with Afghanistan in the 80s. With Putin's decision today, he is proving Barack Obama completely and utterly wrong. This move has major implications. Putin, in a meeting Monday, said publicly that he considers the objective that has been set for the defense minister to be generally accomplished. That is why he is ordering to start the withdrawal of the main part of the military group from the territory of the Syrian Arab Republic starting from tomorrow, which is actually today. Now, when you look at Russia's main objective inside of Syria, it was to make sure that Bashar al-Assad regained power. Before Russia intervened inside of Syria, Bashar al-Assad was about to fall to the rebel groups, to al-Nusra and to ISIS. With Russia getting involved, bombing the major headquarters of these rebel groups, he has utterly obliterated them, but mainly due in part to cutting off the border between Turkey and Syria and cutting off the supply lines. ISIS was having an illegal oil trade with Turkey where they would ship Syrian oil over the Turkish border. Turkey would then send in arms, aid, military supplies, money, as well as foreign fighters into Syria. When Russia cut off those supply lines, the Syrian rebels were left to their own accord, and they have been falling and dropping in major key areas all around Syria, giving Hezbollah, giving the Syrian army with the Russian Air Force being backed by China a clear victory in this region. Why is this happening now, especially with Turkey, Saudi Arabia, just considering 3 weeks ago a full all-out ground invasion against Bashar al-Assad? With Russia just a few days ago announcing how Turkey has just violated the Syrian border in order to attack the Kurds, which Russia and the United States are both aligned with. Why is this happening now? Putin, of course, is claiming that his objectives have been met, that his goals have been achieved. But in all reality, we have to understand the war that Putin was waging inside of Syria was costing his country $3 million a day. With low oil prices globally, with economic sanctions put on them by the United States, the Russian economy was tanking and could not sustain itself and would have ended in a quagmire. We have now found out that peace talks have also restarted in Geneva. We have now also found out that Bashar al-Assad was very stringent. He was not flexible during these peace talks. With this move, during the start of this peace talk, Putin has not only told Bashar al-Assad to give peace a chance, but he is forcing him. Russia, by removing some significant chunk of its military force in Syria, makes Assad weaker and thus makes negotiation more attractive. This is going to lead to a possible resolution inside of Syria, with Russia declaring victory and major influence globally. Russia sees this as a big opportunity to do so. Many people are speculating that there could have been a deal with the United States made over Ukraine and sanctions, but we do not know that. The United States is denying this move, but we will only see in the next coming weeks and months what happens with the talks over sanctions. To me, there's a bigger move here made geopolitically by Russia, and that is to appease and work with China. China is also very happy about this news with Russia stepping out of Syria, mainly because the relations between Russia and China have been improving over their common enemy, which is the United States. We see China and Russia building a railway together to eastern Siberia. We see China overtaking Germany as Russia's top crude consumer, trading oil in their local currencies and no longer the petrodollar. Russia and China are now standing together, opposing geopolitical moves by the United States to set up a U.S. missile defense system in South Korea, allegedly against North Korea. With North Korea testing nuclear weapons and threatening nuclear war, the United States wants to set up a missile defense system inside of South Korea. Russia and China sees this as a direct threat since they both border North Korea and are very influential in that region. Russia and China are also improving their military might, leading many military experts in the United States fearing the loss of the United States air dominance. They are saying that Russia and China are more capable adversaries. Russia and China are also increasing their activity with nuclear submarines in the region. They are also coordinating foreign policy together, and together they are buying up as much gold as they can as they make strategic moves against the U.S. hegemony, the U.S. petrodollar in the world stage. What we're seeing here is Russia strategically moving away, ending the chapter in Syria and starting another one against the United States, backing China. China backed Russia in its move in Syria. Russia is still going to keep its major port that they had forever inside of Syria, as well as a new air base in the region. With them moving their resources away from Syria, they are more equipped to help out China with also the drills, also the war games, also their foreign policy against the United States. This is a very strategic move that Russia is making, with the United States in a very poor position, especially with all the developments that have been happening in the South Asian Sea. We will be covering this and a lot more on this YouTube channel, so subscribe. This situation is getting extremely interesting, but it does not look favorable to the United States in the long term. There's a bigger play here, and that, of course, is the growing relationship between Russia and China going against the United States. Stay tuned, subscribe. We're going to have a lot more information coming here your way on truly independent, funded by you and you only, media organization WeAreChange. Subscribe.